Hi everyday, welcome to WTU News. My name is Asen. Today I interview Dr. Ha Jung, President of GCS International Korea Chapter. Hello, Dr. Ha Jung. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Asan.
And yes, thank you. Me too. And I have a question. Would you explain about the GCS International Korea Chapter? When was it established and what was the purpose for establishment?
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. This is GCS International Korea Chapter. My name is Ha Jung, the President of GCS International Korea Chapter. The GCS movement laid the foundation for its global outreach with the Tehran resolution adopted at the 5th IAUP held in Tehran in 1978. Under the leadership of Dr. Young-sik Cho, the founder of Kyunghee University, and 77 world leaders joined together. It was originally proposed by Dr. Cho at the first IAUP conference held in Boston in 1975. Dr. Cho and 600 presidents from prestigious universities around the world shared the need to set a proper direction for human society. The Boston Declaration was adopted with unanimously support, officially launching the GCS movement as a worldwide social movement. The Korea chapter was established here in 1978, the first chapter in the world. GCS International Headquarters founded in 1979, the movement has now spread over 50 countries all over the world. In Korea, we have 327 clubs and over 10,000 members right now.
Would you explain about the meaning of GCS and 5 major campaigns of the GCS movement?
In the globalization era, we have to live together, work together, and help each other. Global common society means that is spiritually beautiful, materially affluent, and humanly rewarding. It aims global community of human society, means human family, through the GCS movement, where human beings can lead a worthy and rewarding life. Furthermore, we can contribute to the world peace. That is the main goal. The 5 major campaigns is we shall be leaders of the movement for a healthy society. And the other one, second one, is pioneers of the movement for better living. The other one is vanguard of the movement for nature preservation. And fourth, the flag bearers of the movement for restoration of human dignity and our moral. The last one is we have to be cornerstones of the movement for world peace, to keep our peace and to keep our earth.
I want to know about the founder of the GCS movement, Dr. Young-sik Cho.
Dr. Young-sik Cho, who is the founder and chancellor of Kyunghee University system. The system means from kindergarten to the graduate school. He made all kind of educational system and also medical system too. Perpetual President Emeritus of IAUP, an educator and profound thinker. And not only the thinker, he is the vision maker with broad eyes and peacemaker. He is also the founder of this GCS movement. Internationally, Day of Peace and Day of Year of Peace, he advocated at UN in 1980. he was a leading spirit of his times, and we have to follow his aims.
I want to know what made you start GCS activities and when did you become president of the GCS International Korea chapter?
In 1981, when I came back to Korea from the United States to serve Kyunghee University as a professor. From that time, I served not only a professor but also deeply concerned with GCS. 1975, when late Dr. Cho visited New York on the way back to Seoul, Korea, I met him and I heard from him that IAUP Congress at Boston, he had a proposal to this movement. When I worked at Kyunghee University, from time to time, I always involved with most of the international meetings, including GCS movement affairs. I began to work in earnest at GCS from 2007 or 8 as an advisor and became the senior vice president at GCS International on 2013. I was elected as the president of the GCS International Korea chapter on November 2nd last year.
What are the major activities of the GCS Korea chapter this year in this COVID-19 times?
As you know, this pandemic situation, it is very hard time for us. At this moment, under the GCS Korea chapter, there are 327 clubs and more than 10,000 members, as I mentioned. They are very active and eager to help others with the GCS spirit, even though we have very bad situation. The leadership seminar had cancelled. Originally, it's scheduled on the 7th of April on this year. But our headquarters visit the rural chapter and some local units from time to time to encourage them, and they are working very eagerly for local people with the GCS split. It's very hard but very eager to learn other things too, because they mingle together better than the other days. Second, we have an annual event of recognition of good conduct for high school students for their conducting not only for the school but also for the neighbors. It is a nationwide event. This year, around 10,000 students have applied for that prize. We have screened and selected some of them and sent them the recommendation prize by mail instead of the ceremony for the Corona-19 pandemic. Thirdly, we have a schedule to clean up streets and side streets, some parts of Seoul, by our GCS members voluntarily join this work on September. And thirdly, we will participate eagerly to join DMG Peace Festival on September 29, held by GCS International. And fourth, we'll have annual convention on this November, but we have to wait what would be the pandemic situation. And fifth, at this international convention scheduled on the 13th to 16th November, if possible, at Chiang Mai, Thailand, our Korean chapter will participate very actively. And another one, on late November, we have a plan to make large volume of kimchi, we call kimchi for live alone old persons or the needy people. Now we have a GCS Korea chapter banned for cellular phone, or they said mobile phone. And also we are preparing online system for group meeting and so on. Besides that, we have a plan to use the Zoom for the small group contact throughout the nation. We are exchanging our ideas and our meanings through Zoom and Band too. And another one is GCS plus Taekwondo U.
The GCS activities have been greatly activated in Korea in recent years with the close cooperation with the Taekwondo communities. What are the relations between this GCS movement and Taekwondo?
Originated from Korea, and it is worldwide known sport, as you know. My personal opinion, Hangul, Korean language, Hangul is also very unique language and scientific language. I have a dream that with Taekwondo and Korean language, with K-pop, we can spread out our Korean culture and Korean spirit very easily all through the world. The GCS movement focused on humanity, moral, and world peace. For this goal, I think Taekwondo and GCS movement help each other. It has a synergy effect. Furthermore, our two organizations have same spirit and same moral to share each other.
What is the current of the status of GCS Korea, and what do you think of seeking was to develop GCS Korea? Third, cooperative relation with the GCS national chapters.
Very good question. I have to answer that. The Korea chapter is not only for Korea, but also for worldwide spread. We are planning. Then not only the planning, we are keeping to serve the other countries too. Therefore, each Korea under Korea chapters, each club just had and will have some sister relationship with some other countries chapter, such as in Taiwan, Philippines, and Thailand, just like that. Then each local chapters just has some relationship, not only for the relationship, sometimes serve them and donate them, like in Nepal, after earthquake, we in Korea chapter, we made some money and sent them to Nepal. And not only that, but also we have some relationship with Laos, Vietnam, and Thailand, such Asian countries. We gave them some money to develop and construct the high schools and middle schools or some primary school, and not only for that, but also contribute to TV systems, and not only the TV, but also sometimes we're digging out the well, the spring, well, and we just construct some small houses for them. It had been not only for the headquarters, all small clubs, they get us the money and fundraising, and they will go and back for us, that countries. then not only for this kind of service, but also we have medical service for foreign countries. We have medical systems in Gyeonggi University, but also the other medical units we have some doctors and nurses and pharmaceutical people. They volunteered and we pushed them with some money, and they serve at time of summer vacation or winter vacation to other countries for medical service. That's very effective.
And lastly, do you have anything to add?
The 19th century's very famous thinker, Henry David Thoreau said, if we want to go fast, go alone. If we want to go far, go together. This is global, not only for the global society, but in our human society, we have go together, always, then help together. Then I will give you this message. We have to let's go together. Peace is more precious than the triumph, as Dr. Young Sik-cho said. And not only for the peace, but for our human development, we have to go together. That's my last word.
And we had a special guest for today, Dr. Kan Seok-chae, Secretary General of GCS International Chapter. Thank you, GCS Korea President Dr. Ha Jung, for the interview. We'll stay you every day healthy and every day safe. Yes. Thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you for your preparing and for your effort for this program. And I hope you and all your members be happy and healthy. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. This is WTU News and my name is Semi.